Hello, my name is Arthur, and in this video we're carrying on with the moving platform. So we'll start giving some names here, and we'll just call this Spike. Let's see, does anything else really need a name? We could call this Damage Zone. And we'll just leave this name generic-y the way that it is. If I get the urge to change that, it will be need to be changed in script as well. So, yeah, I don't know if we need to see collision shapes anymore. And again, if we wanted to hide this in the floor to make it less obvious, we would just give it a mask with a sprite. So we would have a second sprite that we could toggle the visibility on when the platform is discovered. But I'm just going to leave it like this. So the next thing we need is to start giving some script to make it work. So I would guess that's going to start at the area and some signals. So we'll want area entered and probably area exited too. So we'll just connect those. And we'll put that up in the platform script. So we'll go on area entered and on area exited. And exited would be for keeping track of a block that got into underneath the platform. Because we don't want areas to get stuck. We can just get rid of this, that was copied out of documentation to make the tween statements. So I guess there'd be three cases for area entered. The player enters, an enemy enters, or a body enters. So like a block. It's in the group bodies. Let's check the fire enemy here. Just for groups. It should be in the group enemy. So we'll add that in. We'll get the player opened up here. The player should already be in the group player. And the block is in the group bodies. So that would be the three things we'd look for in the platform for let's see. Okay, some of these signals are actually wrong. So area entered, that would apply to area entered. We don't need area exited because area entered only applies to the enemy. And let's see, we want body entered and body exited. So we'll connect those. Because when a block enters and exits, it will be a body, not an area. So okay, on area entered, I think we would go var body equals area dot get parent. And let's just check the enemy to see the structure of them. So the area 2D it's actually up 2 parent levels because I made it a child of the collision shape. That might have been a questionable decision, to make it a child of the collision shape. But we'll just leave that as it is and address it in this script. So we'll go get parent, and that will bring us up to the right level. And we want to get back to the platform here. And then we would check if body actually, this might not be the best way to go about it. We'll look at the enemy and we'll put the area into the group enemy. That way we're not making any assumptions. And some of this is going to need to be addressed for when there's multiple enemies, so that the spike belt would work for multiple enemies. And the location of this may need to be addressed also. We want to make sure it's low enough to be able to enter the area. So let's just pick it up and lower it a little bit. And that should be good. That should be in range. So yeah, we don't want to make assumptions here on area entered. And that will need to be addressed to make sure that that everything is going to work right. So we're going to go area, or if area dot is in group enemy, if area is in group enemy, var body equals area get parent dot get parent. And yeah, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that maybe this needs to be nipped in the bud here. And just changed immediately. So let's look at that in 2D and let's change this. So that sends that down there. Let's get it up here. So we have the collision shape damage zone, and we'll call this direction area. I don't know the effect that's going to have on its signal. So what we'll do with the signal is I'm going to disconnect it and reconnect it. And then we'll just move the function down to there. So we'll move the function down to there. And that should be good. Now we'll make a function called change direction. And this is in the enemy. And we'll just go direction times equals -1. And that should get us into a place that makes more sense. So now we would just be body equals... Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can go area get parent dot change direction. And that should make it so that when an enemy enters that area, it would change direction. So we have area exited. This is no longer relevant because an area isn't going to be exited. Let's see how much time that took. 11 minutes. So I'm going a little slow this morning. But I guess that is as it is. So let's have a look at that. Let's get take and move the block. Let's just stick it up here for now, and then move the enemy into range. That will happen. Then we're going to need to adjust the tile map. So we'll take these 3 tiles out. The platform hasn't been saved, so it's not actually showing yet in the map. So now it's showing in the map. And we should be able to see if we could get a response from the enemy that will work with. Okay, so the change direction is wrong because when the enemy changes direction, it's more than just his direction. So we would go scale dot x times equals -1, because part of his direction change was scale to make his raycasts move correctly and flip to the other side of the unit. Other than that, it changed directions fine. So he just changes directions at that. So that's the first part of the script. In the next video, we'll come back and we'll figure out the player should be easy, and then the block, that'll take a little bit of figuring out. So that'll be in the next video, and until then, take care.